After Wednesday's Dynamite and tonight's Rampage, we are less than 48 hours away from AEW's third straight show in Chicago. This time around, it's a pay-per-view extravaganza, the likes of which we've never seen, with 15 matches on the card. Alrighty, that's a lot to talk about, so we better get to it quickly. I'm John Rentham with my AEW All Out 2022 predictions. Let me know your predictions in the comments, please. Yes, you heard me right. 15 matches. They added said 15th match on tonight's Rampage. Honestly, this card's kind of a mixed bag. I'm excited for some of it I could kind of just, give two shits about. But that being said, when you load up a card like this, you're going to have ebbs and flows, and I think there is a potential for some standout matches, potential match of the year candidates. I will say, though, this feels like a bit of a turning point for AEW. Hopefully, they can shore things up, tighten things up a bit, and we can steamroll in the full gear, and then go into 2023, where maybe we have some talent turnover and we get rid of some people that really don't need to be around anymore, Hager, Jericho, and the like. But that being said, before we get to 2023, we got to talk about All Out. And if it's anything like last year's All Out, it's going to have some pretty good moments. Hopefully it doesn't go way too long. And I understand that Tony Khan signed a whole bunch of people to boatloads of money, and you want to feature as many people on the card as you can. Even a hot crowd, a nuclear to white hot crowd like Chicago, is going to get tired during some of this, and it's going to do a disservice to the talents that are going out there to try. That being said, the pre-show matches: Tomohiro Ishii versus Eddie Kingston. Okay, rematch from a recent New Japan USA show. Eddie Kingston's going to win. Crowd will be pretty hot for this because Ishii has his fans over here, and Eddie still super over despite that terrible Jericho feud that seemingly has been just never ending, even after the barbed wire everywhere match. Maybe we'll get to Eddie beating the shit out of Sammy Guevara eventually. More on Sammy in a bit. Pac versus Kip Sabian for the AEW All Atlantic Championship. I forgot the All Atlantic Championship existed. I know he's defended it on some matches that have been shown on Dark from the UK Indies. And Kip Sabian recently returned. He's now a discount Batman villain, and maybe he will try to, do every dirty thing to take the title away from Pac. I think Pac's going to win, but honestly, I have nothing against Kip Sabian personally. I don't really care about this. I guess we did finally find out what Allison James was saying. Like, he wasn't the man in the box, it was Kip Sabian. And then the final pre-show match, Hook versus Angelo Parker, FTW Championship. Hook will win. Angelo Parker and Matt Menard, their gimmicks, whatever the fuck they are, shouting, being Grease 2 castaways. I don't know what the fuck they're supposed to be, but Hook should win quickly. Bryan Danielson versus Lionheart, Chris Jericho. This has got to be the beginning of the end for Jericho in AEW. He can't really go anymore, and this needs to be Danielson's big moment, where after Anarchy in the Arena that I absolutely hated, and it was a match where Danielson got injured, he had a couple pretty good matches with Garcia. I like the 2 out of 3 falls match more. I think that Garcia is going to factor in here to the finish, and Danielson's going to end up winning. If Danielson doesn't win, it's pointless, because Jericho at this point does not need to be winning on pay-per-view. He can't really go anymore. He did good against Moxley, but also he was gassed after 10 fucking minutes. Danielson's got to win, and in my opinion, should win decisively, and it should not go more than 15. I fear it's going to go 20. Tony Storm versus Britt Baker versus Jamie Hayter versus Hikaru Shida. 4-way match for the interim AEW Women's Championship. Because Thunder Rosa has a back injury. She may be back soon, hopefully. I really do hope so. I just hope Thunder Rosa is going to be able to heal up and do what she wants to do. Be taken seriously as a great wrestler. The great wrestler that she is. She deserved better than the AEW, the way her AEW Women's title reign was booked. Even though she had some great matches, it didn't feel like they put a lot of faith in her. Sadly, the one that I don't want to win, I fear is going to win. I fear it's going to be Britt Baker. If Tony Storm wins, it'd be cool. I don't think Jamie's going to win. I think Jamie's going to take the pin. If Hikaru Shida wins and becomes a 2-time champion, fine. I think they could go with Britt, and I fear they will, but is anybody really going to care? Britt has kind of reached, not even like terrible, because Britt has never been the most technically sound in the ring, but has improved, and she's a good character and a good gimmick. But I feel like the bloom is off the rose with her and has been for a while. I'd like to see Tony win. I fear Britt's going to. I'd be happy with anybody but Britt, but I fear Britt's going to be the one to take it. And in the House of Black, which is Malachi Black, Buddy, and Brody King taking on Darby, Sting, and Miro, the Redeemer. Darby, Sting, and Miro will probably win. Rumor has it that Malachi may or may not have asked for his release. I will address that right here. If he did, I don't blame him. If he is dealing with stuff beyond his control and needs to take care of himself, I understand. There are rumors floating around out there, so as long as he's in the right frame of mind and he's good with him and good with what he's doing, I'm fine with that. House of Black, it's a cool presentation. I get upset with the lights out stuff. I think that's bullshit. Unless they decide to turn one of these guys heel. I honestly can't see a scenario where Darby, Sting, and Miro don't pin Buddy. I think Buddy will end up being the one that takes the fall. And then we get Jade versus Athena for the AEW TBS Championship. Oh boy. A Jade match on pay-per-view, and people say she's improved. Well, yeah, she couldn't have gotten much worse, and Athena is totally cooled off. Jade will win. I'm not going to care that much. I hope that these women get a pretty hot crowd. I fear they're going to be put in one of the death slots. If this goes more than 5 minutes, even Athena is not a goddamn good enough magician to get something great out of Jade at this point. Jungle Boy, OEO versus Christian. It's a blood feud, but a regular singles match. And Luchasaurus will turn heel, and it will all be a ruse, and Christian will win. And then they'll build up to Jungle Boy getting his eventual win in Full Gear. Or at Full Gear. I'd be surprised if they didn't do that, because Luchasaurus has not been referred to. Unless he's injured and he's not going to be there, I see him turning heel and helping Christian win. Wardlow and FTR versus Lethal and the Motor City Machine Guns. I hope Wardlow and FTR win. I can't see the Motor City Machine Guns sticking around that long. I know that they're making a shot from Impact. Lethal at this point is totally cooled off and doesn't really mean anything. Sanjay Dutt is a great wrestler and can be a, little scrappy-do-like fucker, but in all honesty, he's kind of annoying, and not annoying like I want to see him get hit. Like, no, I don't really think his promos are too cartoonish. And then you have Giant Silva Jr., who's not any good. Wardlow and FTR will get the victory. FTR is going to get a huge pop, which will piss off the Young Bucks. So now we get to the Casino ladder match for a future AEW World title shot, because ladder matches haven't been done to fucking death in most companies. Claudio, Yuta, Penta, Phoenix, Rush, Andrade, El Olio, Dante Martin, and a Joker. The Joker could be Daniel Garcia. I think it'll probably be a debut. It could be a return. Could be MJF. MJF in a ladder match would be a bit weird. But, hey, it'd be kind of cool if he won and then showed up in the main event. I don't know who could show up. I really don't. Because I don't think they need to be signing more goddamn people. It could be Adam Cole, baby. Because Adam Cole hasn't been seen for a while. Kyle O'Reilly is out indefinitely with a neck injury. Hopefully he recovers. And Bobby Fish can now go back to being the World War or the Civil War reenactor that he was, because he actually remembers the Civil War. Actually, he remembers the first ever war. The first ever war that took place between cavemen. What I'm trying to say is Bobby Fish is old. So I think the Joker, it could be MJF. It could be returning Adam Cole, baby. Could be Scorpio Sky winning. I don't know who the Joker is. Who do you think the Joker is? Swerve in Our Glory, Swerve and Keith Lee take on The Acclaimed with Billy Gunn. Scissor me, daddy ass. That's all the scissoring they're going to be doing for the AEW tag titles, and Swerve in Our Glory will win. I will be amazed if The Acclaimed win. I won't be upset. I will just be amazed, because while everybody loves The Acclaimed, this is kind of thrown together last minute. They've only really been building this up for a little bit. And then Sammy and Ty versus Ortiz and Ruby for the AAA mixed tag titles. Oh boy. I didn't care for the first match. The second match on Rampage, I guess, was okay-ish. And I have to now watch Sammy and Ty again? They'll win, and I won't care. Starks and Hobbs, I think they're going to have one of the best matches of the night. And Hobbs is going to win. He's going to beat down on Ricky's neck, and they're going to build it to Full Gear, where Hobbs is going to do the honors for Starks. But keep this thing going. Have Hobbs just beat the shit out of Ricky eventually after Ricky gets some flurries and target the neck, and just do that. And make it where you smash the fuck, out of Hobbs. You just smash him over. Yas, smash. Wow. I really sound so white saying that, trying to sound hip. But yeah, Hobbs is going to win. And then, The Elite. Omega and the Bucks. Taking on Hangman and Dark Order. Trios finals match for the inaugural Trios Tag Team Championships. Look, people like the Elite stuff. when, Omega and Page took on the Bucks at Revolution 2020, it was one of my favorite matches of the year. When the Bucks do actually try to do stuff except for other than the normal video game stuff, it fits in. And actually, it's really goddamn good stuff. They're capable of it. They just tend to fall back on what they usually do, which is just a lot of the spam, and all that. And also the Dark Order. Hangman's completely cooled off. They're going to do more stuff. Oh, Hangman's so conflicted, facing up against his friends. What's going to happen? Don Callis is going to ruin this by being a shithead on commentary. The Elite will win, pinning one of the Dark Order members. Then Jon Moxley takes on CM Punk in an AEW World Title rematch. CM Punk. They're going to try to pull the trigger on him turning heel in Chicago. And then maybe, if MJF doesn't show up in the Casino ladder match, you have MJF show up and he stands tall over Punk, and you have MJF return as a conquering hero, and you build that match for either Grand Slam or Full Gear. And you have it. If MJF does not return at this pay-per-view, then I'm really wondering what the fuck they're doing. Because by that point, it will have basically been, over 3 months? Actually, I think it's about 3 months now, isn't it? 3 months as of this recording. So they're going to need to figure it out. If they haven't finalized anything with him and he's just going to sit out the rest of his contract, whew. But I think MJF's going to return. He's going to get a big pop, and if they try to turn Punk heel in Chicago, it's going to be bold. Let me know your predictions in the comments, please. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you soon.